Akkam jirtu nagaa keessanii jirra jirtu akkam fakkaatamee qophiin gaaffii qofa naga qofa si gaafadhee inafu asumaan immoo chaanaalii kana immoo dagatiin subscribe gochuu like share gochuu dagatiin obboleeyyan kee kaka keetii warroota gaaffii kana harkin bira akka inni ga'uuf subscribe like share gochuu akka hin daganne kallattumaan barroota keenya irratti seen Barroonni keenya irraan tanagaa akkuma beekamu paartii tokkoffaa yeroo darbee isin dhiyeesseen ture amma immoo paartii lammaffaa isaa boqonnaa sadaffaan baayoloojii kutaa sagalaffaa boqonnaa sadaffaa human body and health kan jedhu irraa gaaffii tokkoffaarraa kan eegallu ta'a. Human biology and health. Which of the following digestive system process is affected if the gallbladder is surgically removed? A. Digestion of protein. B. Digestion of vitamins. C. Digestion of carbohydrate. D. Digestion of lipids. The correct answer is D. Digestion of lipids. If the gallbladders are surgically removed. You can muramu ta'e jechuudha gallbladdering keenya wanti miidhamu lipid digestion lipid gochuu danda'u jechuudha. Lipid sirriitti digest gochuu danda'u. Kanaafuu deebiin keenya maal ta'a? Daataa jechuudha. Which of the following deficiency disease is caused by lack of vitamin B in our diet? Yoo nyaata keenya keessaa vitamin B dhabne maaltu nu mudata? A. Scurvy. B. Pellagra. C. Ricketts. D. Marasmus. The correct answer is B. Pellagra. Yoo nyaata keenya keessaa vitamin B kadhamu taate pellagraan hanqina vitamin kanaa ta'ee dhukkuba kanaaf saaxilamna jechuudha. Okay, question number 3. In human respiratory system, which of the following part is nearest of the mouth? Qaamolee sirna argansuu armaan gadii keessatti kan afaanitti dhiyaatu isa kamii jedha? A. Windpipes. B. Larynx. C. Bronchial tubes. C. Epiglottis. D. Bronchial tubes. The correct answer is epiglottis. Inni itti dhiyaatu isa kana jechuudha afaan keenyatti. Jarri kanatti irraa fagoo jira. Okay, question number 4. People living in higher altitude breathe faster and deeper is because sababni isaa maalidha? Ummanni altitude yookaan ol keessa dheeraarra jiran ol keessa guddaarra jiran sirriitti maal ta'u jiru saffisanii argamu. Akkasumallee sirriitti jechuudha. Sababni isaa maalidha? Compared to lower altitude. Yoo warroota altitude fakkeenyaaf naannoo lafaa jiraataniif wal bira qabanii ilaallu akkami? A given volume of air in higher altitude contains volume of air in higher altitude contains A. Less oxygen. B. More oxygen. C. Less carbon dioxide. D. More carbon dioxide. Malta less oxygen dha jechuudha. Altitude bakka adada ol dabalaa deemuun oxygen maal ta'a deema? Xiqqaachaa deema jechuudha. Faallaa isaati. Which of the following eye problems is caused by the poor diet? Rakkoo ijaa kan fidu yoo nyaanni maal ta'e nyaata gaha yoo dhabe jechuudha. A. Trachoma. B. Astigmatism. C. Night blindness. D. Long sight. Poor diet. The correct answer is C. Dibimmi isaa akkaniiti jechuudha. Long side wanta isa dhiyoo jiru kan agarre fageenya irra jiru ammoo kan argu astigmatism tiraakoma kanneen maalidha rakkoo ijaati malee ija keenya kan halkanii kan ta'e night blindness dha jechuudha. Okay. Question number 6. Which of the following structure of the breathing lacks cartilage rings? Cartilage rings. A. Trachea. B. Bronchiole. C. Bronchus. D. Alveolus. The correct answer is B. Question number 7. Why is the breathing important to life? Because breathing is A. Produce movement in the chest. B. Produce energy in the cells. C. Provides carbon dioxide to the cells. D. Provides oxygen to the cells. The correct answer is D. Provide oxygen to the cells. Okay, question number 8. Which of the following group of nutrients can be tested by applying emulsion tests? A. Fats. B. Vitamin. D. C. Proteins. D. Carbohydrates. A is correct answer. Fats. Question number 9. Which of the following is the result of malnutrition? Malnutrition. A. Obesity. B. Diabetes. C. Malaria. D. Typhoid fever. Obesity is the result of malnutrition. Correct answer A. Question number 10. What is the importance of ATP in the human body? It helps to ATP, okay? A. Gets the right color of the body skin. B. Carries out passive transport process. C. Carries out metabolism. D. Carries out diffusion process. The correct answer is C. Carries out metabolism. ATP. Okay. Question number 11. Which of the following structure is not related to circulatory system? Not related to circulatory system. A. Septum. B. Ventricle. C. Pericardium. D. Pleural membrane. The correct answer is D. Pleural membrane is not related to circulatory system. Question number 12. Which of the following enzymes changes peptide into amino acids in the small intestine? In the small intestine. A. Pepsin. B. Trypsin. D. C. Renin. D. Erapsin. Erapsin is correct answer. The answer is D. Question number 13. Which of the following food items has the highest energy content per gram? A. Carrots. B. Peanuts. C. Mango. D. Orange. Correct answer is peanuts. B. 14. Which of the following human blood types lacks antigens? Antigens. A. Blood type B. B. Blood type O. C. Blood type AB. D. Blood type A. So correct answer is B. Blood type O is lack of human body types, lack of antigens. Okay, question number 15. Substance required to reduce ATP during aerobic respiration are A. Water. A. Water and carbon dioxide. B. Glucose and oxygen. D. Water and glucose. D. Glucose and carbon dioxide. The correct answer is B. Glucose and oxygen. Question number 16 depend on the given item. Item number 16 is based on the following structure involved pulmonary circulation. 1. Right atrium. 2. Pulmonary vein. 3. Left ventricle. 4. Pulmonary artery. 5. Lungs. 6. Left atrium. 7. Right ventricles. The order of blood flow is D. 1, 7, 4, 5, 2, 6, 9. Right atrium, right ventricle, pulmonary artery, lungs, pulmonary vein, left atrium, and left ventricles is correct answer. Question number 17. Which of the following end product of digestion pass into lacteals during absorption of food? A. Amino acid. B. Glucose. C. Fatty acid. D. Vitamins. C is correct answer. Fatty acids. In the experiment for detecting the presence of water vapor in exhaled air, the color of the cobalt chloride paper changes from A. Yellow to red. B. Pink to yellow. C. Blue to pink. D. Red to blue. The correct answer is C. Blue to pink. Question number 19. In human breathing system, when the diaphragm relaxes, A. The air rushes out of the lungs. B. Air rushes into the lungs. C. The volume of chest cavity increases. D. The pressure in chest cavity decreases. The correct answer is A. The air rushes out of the lungs is correct answer. 20. Which of the following statement is correct about fats and oils? A. Fats are solid and oils are liquid at room temperature. B. Fat is dissolved in alcohol while oils dissolve in water. C. Oils are made of amino acids while oils are from glycerol. D. Oils are solid and the fats are liquid at room temperature. The correct answer is A. Fats are solid and oils are liquid at room temperature. Question number 21. Blood transfusion between blood type A and blood type B caused by agglutination. This is because A. Both type of blood have antibody. B. Type A has antigen A while type B has antibody A. C. Type A has antigen B while type B has antigen A. D. Both type of blood have antigen B. The correct answer is B. Type A has antigen A while type B has antibody A. Question number 22. Which of the following valve structure prevents the backflow of blood into the right auricle when the right ventricle contracts? A. Semi-lunar. B. Tricuspid. C. Mitral. D. Bicuspid. The correct answer is B. Tricuspid. Question number 23. Which of the following action increase the volume of chest cavity? Increase the volume of chest cavity. A. Lowering of the rib cage. B. Contraction of the diaphragm. C. Relaxation of the diaphragm. D. Relaxation of intercostal muscles. B is correct answer. Contraction of diaphragm. Question number 24. Which of the following breathing structure is located more nearer to the lungs? More nearer to the lungs. A. Larynx. B. Pharynx. C. Glottis. D. Bronchus. Bronchus is correct answer. Which of the following are product of anaerobic respiration? A. Oxygen in the water. B. Water and the carbon dioxide. C. Ethanol in the water. D. Lactic acid and ethanol. Lactic acid in biqiltootaa fi ethanol and also for D jechuudha gaafiin deebiin isaa. Question number 26. Suppose the blood pressure of person is found to be 140/95. Which of the following is true? Is the person has problem of high blood pressure? B. The person is low 10 increase his hair weight. Low increase his hair weight. C. Denominator is the pressure resulting from contraction of left ventricle. D. Numerator indicates diastolic pressure. The correct answer is A. A person has problem of high blood pressure. Question number 27. Suppose you are asked to determine current taste for a certain food. Which of the following is correct about your taste? If the food has A. Sugar orange red color will develop. B. Protein purple color will develop. C. Protein orange red color will develop. D. Sugar purple will color develop. B is correct answer. Protein purple color will develop. Question number 28. Which of the following is function of bile? A. It facilitates protein digestion. B. It facilitates carbohydrate digestion. C. It kills bacteria. D. It emulsifies fats. D is correct answer. Question number 29. What do we call the way that break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats into their monomer units during digestion? A. Hydrolysis. B. Condensation. C. Dehydration. D. Respiration. Hydrolysis is correct answer. What is the importance of mechanical digestion? A. Initiate the release of digestive enzymes from their glands. B. Minimize the effect of microbes on the food we eat. C. Change large and insoluble food molecules to smaller and soluble ones. D. Increase the surface area of the food for enzymatic action. D is correct answer. Question number 31. Which of the following section of the gut secretes enzymes that digest all the three food types? A. Mouth. B. Stomach. C. Small intestine. D. Esophagus. C is correct answer. Small intestine. Question number 32. Tidal volume of air is the air which A. is exhaled after forced exhalation. B. Remains in the lungs after forced exhalation. C. The forcibly exhaled after normal inhalation. D. Is exchanged during normal breath. D is correct answer. Which of the following is happen during breathing air into the lungs? A. The volume of the chest cavity increase. B. The external intercostal muscle relax. C. The ribs move down and upwards. D. The diaphragm becomes dome-shaped. The correct answer would be A. For all of the following processes utilize ATP except A. Anabolic process for the cell. B. Muscular contraction that affect movement. C. Catabolic process of the cell. D. The diffusion of oxygen from alveoli to blood capillary. D is correct answer. 35. Which of the following is true about the blood vessels? A. Pulmonary veins carry deoxygenated blood. B. Pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood. C. Veins carry blood away from the heart. D. Arteries carry blood towards the heart. B is correct answer. 36. Which of the following is correct about the effect of altitude on breathing rate? Effect of altitude on breathing rate. A. At altitude breathing rate. A. Decrease because of the atmospheric pressure. B. Increase because of low level of oxygen in the air. D. Decrease because of the high level of oxygen in the air. D. Increase because of the high level of carbon dioxide in the air. The correct answer is B. 37. Which of the following statements is correct about simple, double, and complex sugars? A. Sucrose is simple sugar, fructose is double sugar, and starch is complex sugar. B. Complex sugar are non-sweet and do not dissolve in water, while simple and double sugars are sweet and dissolve in water. The correct C. Simple sugar are sweet and dissolved in water, while double and complex sugar are non-sweet and do not dissolve in water. B is correct answer. Question number 38. Which of the following option represents the building blocks and the product? A. Sugar molecules to produce ATP. B. DNA molecules, part of the starch. C. Starch molecules, glucose. D. Amino acid molecules, part of the protein. Is correct answer is D. Which of the following is the role of hydrochloric acid secreted by the wall of the stomach? A. Facilitates the digestion of lipid in the stomach. B. Break down carbohydrates, smaller sugar molecules. C. Control the action of a sphincter muscle at center of the stomach. D. Creates conducive environment for the action of pepsin. D is correct answer. Question number 40. Which of the following event is true during inhalation? The pressure inside the chest is lower than outside. The ribs move down and in. The diaphragm muscle relax. D. Internal intercostal muscles relax. The correct answer would be A. Question number. Which of the following particles help to keep the hygiene of human breathing structure? A. Sneezing, coughing into air. B. Lowering salt level in the diet. Asirratti dhiifama tokkoffaa kanaan A jedha. Ba ca da. Sneezing and coughing into air, lowering salt level in the diet, doing exercise before meal, cleaning teeth and the tongue. The answer is D. Okay? Cleaning teeth and the tongues. Even though anaerobic respiration results much less ATP, cells are forced to use it when there is shortage of A. Nitrogen, B. Carbon dioxide, C. Hydronium, D. Oxygen. Shortage of oxygen. Question number 42. The arteries that carry blood to the cell walls of the heart are known as A. Coronary, B. Carotid, C. Hepatic D. Renal. Coronary is correct answer. Why the muscles walls on the left side of the heart are thicker than the muscle walls on the right side? Because they A. pump blood to relatively shorter distance, B. protect the heart from external damage, C. pump blood to the relatively longer distance, D. receive much of the digestive food into the bulldism. The correct answer is C. Pump blood to relatively longer distance. 44. Which of the following statements is correct about the human blood vessels? A. Veins always carry deoxygenated blood. B. Arteries always carry oxygenated blood. C. Capillaries are thicker than veins. D. Capillaries link arteries than with veins. The correct answer is D. What is the importance of balanced diet? It is important to A. End up with obese body condition. B. C, D. Expose the body to malnutrition. C. Makes the body overnutrition. D. Maintain health body development. D is correct answer. 46. A student conducted an experiment on an unknown food item. He put a drop of specimen from the unknown food on a clean sheet of filter paper using dropper. Then he left the paper for a few minutes. He found a spot where sample was placed while holding the paper against light coming in through window. What is the unknown food item? A. Lipid. B. Vitamin. C. Protein. D. Carbohydrate. A. Vitamin is correct answer. Lipid is correct answer. Which of the following statement is correct about absorption of smaller food molecules from digestive system? A. Fatty acid and glycerol move directly into the blood. B. Glucose and amino acids move initially into the lacteals. C. The smaller food molecules leave the digestive system to diffusion. D. The smaller food molecules are directly absorbed by the body cells. C is correct answer. 48. A biology student went to consume food that is preserved for a long time. Which of the following precaution should be taken to avoid health problem after consumption? Check. A. Whether the food has a sweet taste. B. That the food is well cooked. C. The presence of tiny hole on the can for air to get in. D. That the best before date stamped on the can is oak. D is correct. Question number 49. Which of the following breathing structure separate human thorax and abdomen? A. Diaphragm. B. Bronchus. C. Ribs. D. Trachea. A is correct answer. 50. The first step during artificial respiration is A. Checking for breathing. B. Don't forget A, B, C, D. Checking for breathing, checking for causing the conscious, B, C, opening the airway, D, calling for help loudly. D is correct answer. 51. Why is keeping oral hygiene important too? A. Produce an attractive sound. B. Remove the outer cover of teeth. C. C. Prevents the build-up of acidic waste. D. Avoid intestinal disease. C is correct answer. Which of the following statement is true about aerobic respiration? A. Anaerobic respiration, glucose is oxidized into ethanol and carbon dioxide. B. Aerobic respiration takes place in chloroplast. C. Lactic acid is the end product of aerobic respiration. D. Anaerobic respiration, carbon dioxide and water are produced as waste product. D is correct answer. Which of the following statement is true about blood vessels? A. Hepatic arteries supply oxygenated blood to the kidneys. B. Coronary artery supplies oxygenated blood to the heart. C. Renal artery supplies oxygenated blood to the liver. D. Pulmonary artery supplies oxygenated blood to the stomach. B is the correct answer of this question. Question number 54. During cellular respiration, ATP is made from A. ADP and nitrogen. B. ADP and phosphate. C. ADP and phosphorus. D. ADP and nitrate. B is correct answer. ADP and phosphate. 55. Which of the following structure of human heart is correctly matched with its function? About heart is right ventricle pump oxygenated blood to the body. B. Left ventricle atrium receive oxygenated blood from the lung. C. Left ventricle pump deoxygenated blood to the lung. D. Right atrium receive oxygenated blood from the body. The answer is B. 56. Which of the following statement is true about hypertension? A. It is due to presence of few RBC to carry hemoglobin. B. Can be reduced during higher age and overweight of the body. C. Is a deficiency disease caused by a lack of iron. D. Can be managed by reducing salt in the diet. D is correct answer. What is balanced diet? It is a diet which contains enough of A. All major food groups. B. Amino acids and vitamins. C. Vitamins and minerals. D. Proteins and carbohydrates. All major of food groups. What is nutrition? It is A. Obtaining food to carry out life process. B. Obtaining food only from micronutrients. C. Getting food supply simply to prevent from hunger. D. Getting food only from micronutrients. A is correct answer. Obtaining food to carry out life process. In human digestive system, where does absorption of food takes place? In the A. In the intestine. B. In the stomach. C. In the small intestine. D. In the mouth. The correct answer is C. Small intestine. Which of the following statement is true about enzymes? They are free from the effect of different pH levels. B. Found only in small intestine. C. Proteins that speed up specific reaction. D. Important to absorb digestive food. The correct answer is C. Proteins that speed up specific reactions. How does body exercise affect the breathing rate? A. Begins exercise, the breathing rate increases. Gets rest, breathing rate is totally lost. Begins exercise, the breathing rate decreases. D. Gets rest, breathing rate increases. Start. The correct answer would be A. What molecule is the energy current of the cells? A. Carbon dioxide, B. Water, C. ATP, D. ADP. C is the correct answer. Which of the following will happen if the tricapsid valve of the heart fails to work properly? A. The heart will stop beating. B. Oxygenated and deoxygenated blood will be mixed. C. Blood will flow back to the right auricle. D. The rate of heartbeat will decrease. C is the correct answer. Which was the following compound makes cigarette addictive? A. Arsenic, B. Nicotine, C. Tar, D. Benzopyrene. Nicotine is the correct answer. 65. Which of the following substances are product of anaerobic respiration? A. Ethanol and lactic acid, B. Water and ethanol, C. Lactic acid and water, D. Ethanol and glucose. Ethanol and lactic acid is correct answer. Which of the following happens when you breathe out forcefully? A. The volume of the thoracic cavity increase. B. Air rushes into the lungs from the atmosphere. C. The diaphragm become flat. D. The chest is lowered. This is correct answer. Which of the following structure separates the thoracic cavity from abdomen? A. Sternum, B. Pylora, C. Rib cage, D. Diaphragm. Okay, this is D. Question number 68. Which of the following nutrients do not dissolve in water? A. Carbohydrates, B. Protein, C. B. Lipids, C. Protein, D. Salts. B is the correct answer. Which of the following would most directly result in the production of lactic acid by muscle cells in human body? A. Excess amount of nitrogen in the cells, B. Insufficient amount of carbon dioxide in the cells, D. C. Insufficient amount of nitrogen reaching cells, D. Insufficient amount of oxygen reaching cells. So the correct answer is D. 70. Which of the following is characteristic of an enzyme? A. It is an organic catalyst, B. It is destroyed after each chemical digestion, C. It provides energy for any chemical reaction, D. It regulates the rate of a specific chemical reaction. D. 71. Which of the following organic compound undergo partial chemical digestion in human mouth? A. Carbohydrates, B. Fats, C. Protein, D. Minerals. A is the correct answer, carbohydrates. The usefulness of fermentation as a means of deriving energy is limited because A. It can not generate enough ATP, B. It produces too much carbon dioxide, C. The end products are toxic to the producer, D. It uses more energy than it produces. A is the correct of this question. Which of the following happen during inhalation? Rib muscle relax, B. Size of the chest cavity decrease, D. Diaphragm contracts, C. Diaphragm contract, D. The air pressure inside the lung increases. Diaphragm contracts are correct answer. A is correct answer. What happens to the contraction of gases in the air with increasing altitude? A. The percentage of gas will vary, B. The amount of carbon dioxide will remain the same, C. The amount of oxygen will reduce, D. The composition air will change. C is correct answer. Oxygenated blood levels the human heart through the A. pulmonary vein, B. pulmonary artery, C. vena cava, D. aorta. D is the correct answer. Which of the following is a fat digesting system? A. pepsin, B. lipase, D. C. trypsin, D. ptyline. Lipase is correct answer. If someone has bleeding gum, it is probably due to the lack of A. vitamin B, C. B. vitamin D, C. vitamin A, D. vitamin B. Vitamin C is correct answer. Which of the following is hardest part of the teeth? A. cement, B. enamel, C. pulp cavity, D. dentine. B is correct answer. Which of the following structures are involved in absorption of fatty acid and glycerol in the small intestine? A. veins, B. capillaries, C. lacteals, D. arteries. C is correct answer. Which blood vessels drains nutrient-rich blood from the intestines and carries it to the liver? A. hepatic vein, B. renal portal vein, C. hepatic portal vein, D. hepatic portal artery. The correct answer would be C. Which was the following is correct about coronary circulation? A. it supplies blood to the lungs, B. it becomes more moist products, C. it carries more nutrients, D. it supplies blood to the heart muscles. D is the correct answer. Question number 82. Which of the following substance shows a red precipitate in Benedict's solution? A. protein, B. fat, C. starch, D. glucose. D is the correct answer. Which of the following type of disease is characterized by discolored hair and bloated belly? A. anemia, B. kwashiorkor, C. goiter, D. rickets. B is the correct answer. A strict vegetarian may suffer from deficiency of A. protein, B. sugar, C. starch, D. vitamin C. A is correct answer. A biologist studied an observation using microscope and a piece of specimen from the structure of human breathing system. He put the specimen on the microscope stage and looked at the cilia on the epithelium tissue and the cartilage rings on the specimen. Therefore, the specimen he observed was A. larynx, B. trachea, C. diaphragm, D. oesophagus. B is the correct answer. How high altitude affects our breathing system? At high altitude, A. the number of red blood cells decrease as available oxygen decreases. B. the number of red blood cells increase as available oxygen increases. C. the level of oxygen is high as our breathing rate decreases. D. the level of oxygen is low as a result our breathing rate increases. The correct answer would be D. The level of oxygen is low as a result our breathing rate increases. Question number 87. Assume Mr. Y has monthly salary of 700 birr and he has 3 children. He smokes cigarette and chews chat frequently. What will be the fate of his family? Fate of his family. A. The family will suffer from shortage of income. B. Mr. Y and his family will be healthier. C. Mr. Y and his family will live cheerfully. D. Nothing will happen to his family. The correct answer would be A. 8. The tube that split from the trachea and lead into left and right lung are known as A. Bronchioles, B. Bronchi, C. Alveoli, D. Tracheoles. B is the correct of this question. 89. Which of the following food class is correctly matched with its source of food? A. Vitamin, salt, green vegetable, bread. B. Protein, injera, fatira, honey. C. Mineral, carrot, cereal, yeast. D. Lipid, milk, butter, oil. D is the correct. Question number 19. A person with blood group B loses blood due to accident. How may receive blood donation group? From group A only, B, A and B, C, B and O, D, B only. The correct answer is C. Which of the following is true about balanced diet? Eating only fruit are sufficient in order to get a balanced diet. B. Eating injera every day is enough in order to get a balanced diet. C. Taking only very few foods is enough in order to get a balanced diet. D. Getting enough food from major food classes is required in order to get balanced diet is correct answer. D. 92. Which of the following digestion activity takes place in the mouth? A. Production of hydrochloric acid by salivary glands. B. Absorption of carbohydrate as glucose. C. Breaking down of food into smaller pieces. D. Digestion of protein to amino acids. C is the correct answer. The two human teeth types that are used for biting are A. Canines and premolar. B. Incisors and premolars. C. Molars and premolars. D. Incisors and canines. D is the correct answer. Which of the following enzymes is used to digest carbohydrate in the mouth? A. Lipase, B. Trypsin, B. Amylase, C. Trypsin, D. Maltase. Amylase is the correct answer. 95. Red blood cells carry oxygen to all over your body and supply it to your body cells. This is because red blood cells have A. Nucleus, B. Antigens, C. Hemoglobin, D. Antibody. Hemoglobin. Which of the following methods is used to prevent hypertension? A. Doing regular exercise. B. Eating canned foods. C. Eating foods that have iron source. D. Using vitamins. D is the correct answer. Question number 97. Which of the following function of blood vessels is true? A. Umbilical veins carries deoxygenated blood from placenta to the uterus. B. Pulmonary veins carries deoxygenated blood from lungs to the heart. C. Arteries always carry deoxygenated blood. D. Veins always carry blood toward the heart. D is the correct answer. The number of heart which pumps blood to all parts of the body is A. Right auricle, B. Right ventricle, C. Left auricle, D. Left ventricle. The answer is D. Left ventricle. Question number 99. Suppose a person lost a lot of blood due to the car accident. If his blood group is O, for successful blood transmission, the donor blood should be A, B, AB, B, O, C, B. The answer would be 0. Question number 100. The end of the question of this question. Blood pressure is the pressure exerted by the blood on the walls of A. arteries, B. auricles, D. ventricles, D. veins. A is the correct answer. Thank you so much for staying with me. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. I love you, everybody. Kanaafuu ummata keenya kabajamu hedduun isin jaaladha, hedduu isin kabaja. Waan hojii turtaniif hedduu takka kabaja guddaa isin qaba. Hamma xumuraatti akkaan bakka guddaa ga'uuf na cinaa akka dhaabbattan, akka na gargaartan, akka na jajjabeessitan jecha nagaa isin dhaammachuudhaaf nagaan naa tura.